Good morning, Ms. Buchanan's Algebra 1A class. This is April 12th, and I'm looking at this Algebra 1, Unit 7, Lesson B, individual work assignment here. That is a puzzle for you while she is absent today. So we are to answer the riddle, what's green and fluffy and comes from outer space. The way that we're doing it is we are figuring out the x and y intercepts for these problems, and then making a line and seeing what numbers and letters match up so that we can put the numbers with the letters that they match up down here. So the first one we're going to be, looking for, where what 23 matches up with, like what letter, what line is made by the first one. So let's get started. The first one right here, I have 2x minus 4y equals 8, and I'm going to get a red pen here to differentiate some answers. If x was 0, I would be left with the negative 4y equals 8. And this would give me the y-intercept. 8 divided by negative 4 gives you y equals negative 2. That's my y-intercept right there. Okay? And then if y was 0, you'd be left with 2x equals 8. 2x equals 8. 8 divided by 2 gives me x equals 4. So that's my x-intercept. So the way you're supposed to do this is go to x4. So x4 is right here. I don't want to mark it up too much because I got all these problems going to use the same one. So that's just going to be this first one I'm going to mark on here. Y negative 2, y negative 2. Don't you mark yours because it's going to be hard to see because you're going to have, how many problems are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 14 problems. You're going to be all kinds of marks. You're going to have 28 marks all over this. So when you line these up, you'll see that the number 23 goes with the letter A. 23 lines up with A. You have to use a straight edge. Like your pen would work, or a pencil would work. So when you make that line A, you hit A in 23. That's how you're supposed to do it. So A goes with 23, so down here you would put A, wherever 23 is. It just so happens to be that the first one goes with the first letter. That's not so for all of these, okay? They kind of jump all around. Okay, if you want to pause this, I'll show you all of them, but I'm going to explain some of the more difficult ones. This is a more difficult one, the second one. Right off the bat, the second one. It gets crazy because it's off the charts, and I don't like that being that it was off the charts, and I'll explain that in a minute. When x is 0, y is 8y equals negative 64, right? So negative 64 divided by 8 gives you y equals negative 8. Notice what happens when y is 0. I'm left with 2x equals negative 64. That's why I have it written here. Negative 64 divided by 2 gives you negative 32. That's your other x-intercept. But you only go to x negative 10. Negative 32 would be crazy, way off the charts. So let me help you out with this one. Y is negative 8. So y is negative 8 way down here. Negative 32 would be so far way over here. You have to estimate this one. That's why I don't like this one at all. N goes with 19. So n goes with 19. I guess the other way that you could do it is you could do it this way, where you would take 8y equals negative 2x, just get y by itself, minus 64. Because I took for granted that you're supposed to do all of these in x and y intercepts only. And some of these are, so off the charts, and you're not going to be able to get it. So if you put it in slope intercept form, it might be easier. So y equals This would be negative, so we'd have 2 over 8, so that would be 1/4 x. And this would be negative 64, 8, that would be negative 8. So we go negative 8, once again, y-intercept still is the same. Notice how that works. And then it goes down 1 over 4. And this one would be up 1, back 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So you make your line, and it's easier to see the line n and 19. Okay, so this one is one that is much better to solve in slope-intercept form. Okay, all right, so that's a difficult one. The next one's an easy one. You could pause that on that one and see your x and y intercepts that you should be getting. This one's an easy one too, to do with just your x and y intercepts. This one isn't, too bad off the charts, but I'm just going to show you these. When you get this one, y equals negative 8. Y equals negative 8. So you're going to go where y is negative 8, and that's just no slope. There's no slope. There's nothing that comes after this, or nothing with an x. So that is just where y is always negative 8. So notice 11 matches with L on that line. L and 11 there. So L goes with 11. This is another one that you might want to do in slope-intercept form because it goes off the charts. So let's see, if I was to do this one in slope-intercept form, I would have 3y equals negative x plus 18. And then I'd have y equals negative 1/3 x plus 6. Okay, so y-intercept, notice the 6, this is 6, it comes out to be the same. And then, so y-intercept is 6, so I'm here. I'm going down 1 over 3, down 1 over 1, 2, 3. So notice I'm already at 2. And then up 1, back 3, 1, 2, 3. Up 1, back 3, 1, 2, 3. Notice that a t and the 2 go together. The t and the 2 go together. Okay, so hopefully you pause that. Help you out with this one too. This one would have been better to do in slope-intercept form. Here's your y and your x-intercept here. And your y and your x-intercept here. Okay, there's only 4 more problems. I would like you to try those on your own. The ones that would be best for slope-intercept form probably would be all of them except the 8, except this one. So I would do this one. I mean, you could do y-intercepts, but you get weird fractions and stuff like that. X and y intercepts, and this one, I would do in slope-intercept form. Get y all by itself, okay? This one you can go ahead and do. It's easy enough to see by just getting the x and y intercepts, okay? All right, good luck with these, and hopefully I helped you out, get you started, and at least, you have 4 that you can try on your own. Good luck.